Welcome to Young and Finch, the podcast created by Korean millennials. In this week's topic, we'll be diving into our Myer Briggs personality type, blood type theory, and our zodiac signs.
So what's on our list today, boys?
We'll be talking about our personality types.
Oh, get to know
Yes,
us more.
sir.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about these personality tests? Like, do you enjoy doing them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like them.
to a certain extent, I think it's correct. But, these explanations that they give you, especially like Myers Briggs, blood type, and Gemini. Oh, not Gemini, sorry. That's my horoscope. But it's very general, and
Yeah.
like it could kind of be towards a lot of people. But,
True.
it's interesting.
Yeah.
See. And some parts are right.
It's definitely not like 100% accurate, but I'd say for the most part, it's pretty good.
When did you guys first do the Myers Briggs?
I think I first stumbled it in university.
Yeah, long time,
Yeah.
like in third or fourth year.
Yeah. All right. So I know that there's a bunch of different types of personality tests and stuff like that, but I think Myers Briggs is more generally accepted, right? In the psychology community as well as just in the general public.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what are your guys' Myers Briggs personality types?
Yeah, so I am ISTJ-A. The I stands for introvert, S stands for sensory, T stands for thinking,
Mm-hmm.
and J stands for judgmental. So I am a logistician.
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 Interesting. Very
So
analytical, right?
if people ask you what you do for a living, just be like, I'm a logistician.
What the? Okay.
All right, Brian, what about you?
I am a ESFJ. So I believe ESFJ stands for extrovert, sensing, feeling, and judgmental. Judging, yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Judgmental.
your job or
Title.
personality?
My title is a consul.
Interesting.
Oh.
And some of the celebrities that are also a consul is Taylor Swift, Steve
see that.
Harvey, and Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, I
How
can
about
see you
Andrew?
being Jennifer Lopez.
I can see you being
Sorry.
Taylor Swift.
How about you, Andrew? We forgot to cover yours.
Yeah, so my celebrities are Denzel Washington,
Oh shit, I'm down.
Natalie Portman, George Washington, Hermione Granger,
I can see that.
and etc.
Yeah.
etc.
Damn, Denzel.
How about-
That's sick.
Yeah, I wish
Jason
I was-
Bourne.
What the?
Jason Bourne.
down.
That's fucking fiction, bro.
It's
I'm
fucking
down.
Matt Damon.
no.
Sorry.
Fiction based off me. Sorry. How about you, John?
My personality type is actually similar to Brian's. I'm ENFJ, so just the S and the N swapped. So extroverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. And some of the famous people that are also protagonists is what we're called: Barack Obama, Oprah
Ooh.
Winfrey, Ben
Ooh.
Affleck, got Sean Connery. Yeah.
That's
A lot of
stacked
actors.
group.
Yeah.
True.
So, what are some of your guys' strengths and weaknesses? Before we dive into that, do you guys remember how strong, like, what the balance was for you guys? Because for me, I was pretty balanced in terms of my intuitive, feeling, and judging parts, but my extrovert was pretty strong extrovert.
Yeah, mine was pretty much all balanced as well, except for the
Introvert?
second one. No, not that. No, that was,
Intuitive.
yeah, the observant and I was observant 84%.
Oh,
I don't know what mine was. Sorry, I lost the information. But
No, that's right.
mine was not balanced except for introvert and extrovert.
so you're hard extra. Oh, you're hard everything else. You're hard.
yeah, exactly. I'm hard everything else except for the
Nice.
introvert extrovert. So tell us about your personality, Andrew.
Well, I would say that if you read the introduction, it says a lot of. I mean, if you think of logisticians, it's pretty much like using logic and kind of basing most of the things on facts and not so much opinions, right?
see.
They have like very. It says that we have very strong sense of duty and standards, and are usually with upholding traditions and having that conservative mindset. They don't make assumptions a lot, which I think is true.
Yeah.
And they're pretty much like structured.
You're like a very facts kind of guy.
Yeah, facts only.
Big facts.
Big
I think that's pretty true. Like I think a lot of that is accurate with Andrew.
Well, for me, consul, it's a very common personality type, making up 12% of the population.
12?
Yeah.
Mine's 13, dude.
Damn.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So you guys combined make 25% of the population.
I'm down.
It says in high school we're like the quarterbacks, setting the tone, taking the spotlight, and leading teams forward to victory and fame. Later in life, consuls continue to enjoy supporting their friends and loved ones, organizing social gatherings, and doing their best to make sure everyone is happy.
So you're like a popular guy.
Yeah, I guess. Upholding authority and rules rather than drawing their morality from philosophy or mysticism. Interesting. Consuls love to be of service, enjoying any role that allows them to participate in a meaningful way. So as long as they know that they are valued and appreciated. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're very supportive, outgoing. We're pretty conflict averse.
Are you just reading the whole thing?
Sorry.
Why don't you just say the overall points?
Yeah. Coming to terms with their sensitivity is consul's biggest challenge. People are going to disagree and they're going to criticize, and while it hurts us, it's just part of life. So I guess we're very like sensitive to criticism and what people say and things like that, which I agree to a certain degree, but that's it for me.
Yeah, I can see that. There's the part about following authority and not going based on your own ideas or mysticism. I think that's kind of true with you, right? Like you follow established truths as opposed to creating your own truth.
I don't know, maybe. I mean, I feel like in some ways I do follow rules, but at the same time I like to like think,
make your own rules.
Yeah, like think of like come to a decision based on my like judgment and things like that. That's why I'm judgmental. Anyways,
I'm down.
What about you, Josh?
Yeah. So protagonists, there's a little like summary line here. It says protagonists are genuine, caring people who talk the talk and walk the walk. Nothing makes them happier than leading the charge, uniting and motivating their team with infectious enthusiasm. Think about Barack Obama. Think about infectious. I mean, not infectious. Bad word choice.
I think
during
infectious.
COVID, but
Like charismatic.
yeah, like enthusiastic, charismatic. That seems to be like political and cultural icons seem to be kind of like the dominant, like Oprah, very dominant, outspoken people seem to be kind of be the personality type for this. Interesting. Yeah, it's weird to think about because I hate politics, but
Yeah, I could see you doing that though. You're
Being in
definitely the
politics?
most not politics, but like getting to talk to people and like kind of rallying the people and things like that through like socializing with people and things like that.
like leader type fit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Want
This
to go
is,
to?
I'd say Josh, you're the most like social out of the three of us. So
I would say that too.
I can see that. All right, on to the strengths and weaknesses. So for me, the logistician strengths and weaknesses, I'll just name a few that like two or three that resonate with me personally.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
I think I am honest. Not so much direct, but I would say I'm honest with how
true.
I feel. I'm not really good at lying.
Yeah.
If I try to lie, I think the other person will kind of know. Because I'm really bad at lying, I think.
Yeah, but you lie and you tell the truth in like a non-confrontational way. Like you'll be like you to you, or like if you're happy, I'm happy. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, that's why I mean I'm
most
not direct, but I'm honest.
yeah.
Yeah,
Second point, I think I'm strong-willed and dutiful. So I think once I have a goal in mind, no matter how long it takes,
You'll
I
do
think I'll be you know, if I really want it, I'll do it.
Yeah. I can see
And
that.
the other one is very responsible. I think once I give my word, like let's say we meet up and next week, right? And I give
Mhm.
my word, then I'll try my best to make it work.
Yeah.
Right? Unless something like really, really bad happens. But
Mm.
and some of the weaknesses, I would say I am stubborn. You know, facts are facts kind of thing. And if my argument points are based off facts, then I'm gonna see it based like what's facts, right? And kind of
Yeah.
leaning towards that. I am a little bit judgmental, right?
Facts.
Opinions are opinions.
Facts are facts.
Facts are facts. So people who have different opinions, especially going against facts, I'm not gonna agree with them or kind of see their way, or I might not even respect what they think, right?
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, if it's opinions versus facts, I'm gonna obviously go with facts, and I think that's, you know, that makes sense.
That's- yeah, it's valid.
It's logistical, right? It makes sense.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I
A
am a
logistician?
logistician. Yes. Sorry. And lastly, I think I'm a little bit insensitive, right? And it says here it's like while not intentionally harsh, they often say things that might be a little bit sensitive, right?
Yeah.
But it's like I'm not saying it on purpose. It's like saying
Mhm.
it
I can see that. Yeah.
as a fact and what I think is
Yeah.
right or what I think
Right.
is correct.
Not
So-
intentionally meaning to offend anybody,
Right.
but just staying true to yourself.
Like
in
an
that
example is
way.
like, actually, no, I'm not gonna say it. We can't.
Say
Yeah.
Examples are good.
Yeah, I mean, for example, right? If I say in America, the prison population is mostly black, right? That's a fact, right? It might
Okay.
it might rub
Yeah,
people in the wrong way,
Yeah.
but it's like, you know, it is what it is, kind of thing.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the
stuff-
fact is like the fact
Yeah.
is what it is. Yeah, yeah. Not
Exactly.
the fact that the higher, not the,
Yeah,
but you're just
yeah.
simply stating it, right? So
yeah, exactly.
yeah, I see what you're
True.
saying.
So yeah, that's a little bit about my strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, that's
so
pretty
far.
accurate. Yeah.
What about you, Brian?
I have for my strength, strong practical skills.
Strong
I think
practical skills.
What does that mean?
I'm like great managers of my day-to-day tasks and routine maintenance. Like I'm very like
Systematic.
scheduled. Yeah, like creature of habit kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can see
Um,
that.
Strong sense of duty, like sense of meeting responsibility and strive to meet their obligations. I'm very loyal. I think I don't know. Do you guys think I'm sensitive? It says here I'm sensitive and warm.
I mean, you just say what you think of yourself, right? What do you think? You don't have to go through all of it. Just think
I
what
think
comes to
I'm-
you the most.
Yeah, maybe I am a little sensitive. Like I just want everybody to be like on good terms, which is very hard.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways,
I would say you're a little sensitive. Don't get mad.
yeah, maybe. I am. I think like those things. I get affected by those comments, but then I also can rebound back pretty quickly. It's like I'm able
Yeah.
to dismiss those like emotions quickly and just kind of move on
Yeah.
rather than going down the path and just keep being negative and things like that. But for my weaknesses, I have too selfless. I think that I agree. Often too needy.
How so?
I don't think I'm too needy. Like I grew up in a household where my parents taught me to always just give and provide for other people.
Mm-hmm.
And as I like started working and got into the workforce, that's just kind of what I did. I always was just like providing for other people at the expense of my health and my mental like sanity and things like that. I didn't really like take care of myself. I was always putting others first before me.
Yeah.
So it's like now I think I'm becoming a lot more selfish. Like I need to prioritize myself more and value like my health and my sanity and just learning how to say no to people.
Yeah.
Anyways, in terms
Like
of
not to spread yourself too thin, right? Like to say okay or to take on too much, but
yeah,
to
exactly.
make sure that you're taken care of as well as other people.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. No, I feel that.
Let's see what else. I'm worried about their social status. Yeah, I think that's pretty big. Like I want my peers and my friends to like
Recognize.
recognize and validate. I mean, it's not like super important, but I think I don't know. I feel like everyone has that though. Everyone wants to be respected to a certain degree.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's more so like you because it came out on your personality test, right?
True. Maybe I do have that a little bit, but I don't think it's too much.
Well, I mean, and again, like there's things that resonate, there's things that don't.
Yeah.
It's not gonna fit like a glove.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a perfect list. Other than that, it says I think I'm pretty good.
And for those listening that aren't familiar with Myers Briggs, like one personality is not better than the other. It's all relative. It's just different types,
Yeah.
which is why I think I really like the Myers Briggs. It's not like one personality is like more ideal than another. They all have pros and cons, which I think is true with all people, right? So for the protagonist, ENFJ, some of the ones that I do, like I don't only want to do good, but I want to be a good person. I think that's true with me.
Yeah.
I think that's something that resonates with me. Whether it be for work or friends or family, like I think trying to do things the right way, and like trying to have a good high moral compass when like living life out, I think is really important to me. So
Like
that's something that really resonates.
And trying to like make the world a better place.
Yeah, not only that, but like having good intentions, right? It's like externally and internally. Like when I'm doing something, like I want to not have predisposed ideas, or I don't want to have like a negative intention. You know what I mean? It's like doing like it's like it kind of goes through everything. It's like just trying to be good in and out, right?
Yeah.
Natural leaders. Yeah. Sort of. I kind of feel like not often, and maybe I don't see it as much because I think people like I have in my friends and family and stuff, there are natural leaders. Like my dad is a natural leader, and in my friend groups, like like a lot of my friends are very like outspoken and very like let's do this. So I never really feel like I'm the natural leader. I feel like I'm surrounded by natural leaders. So maybe there's like a thing where it's like you attract people that are similar to you. So I don't know. Maybe there's some truth in that. Some of the weaknesses are actually similar to Brian's. There was a thing about the protagonist that said like I'm aware of people's needs and understanding how people feel. And I think in that sense, that's true. Like I'm sensitive in that like maybe I'm too aware of how other people are feeling, right? And I let that become a factor in terms of decision making or stuff like that.
Yeah. That's not too bad though.
Just before we move on, I did want to give a bit of context for the Myer Briggs Personality Test. It was founded by two American women, Catherine Cook Briggs and her daughter, Isabel Briggs Myer, in 1940s. And again, MBTI is actually pretty accepted, but there's actually like a lot of controversy. Some of the reasons why it's not accepted as like an actual scientific method of determining personality types has to do with a couple criticisms, like it's very vague, right? The words that they use, the terminology, the personality type descriptions are very vague, and so they're able to encompass a lot of people under certain types. In addition to that, there's lack of objectivity. There was actually an issue with people taking the test 5 weeks later and then getting a different personality type.
Yeah.
So if it's not repeatable in science, like that's an issue, right?
Yeah, it's not facts.
Yeah, I agree. Because I feel like when I was in university, I would definitely shift near more of the introvert side.
Yeah.
But as I got older and
Interesting. I remember taking this a long time back, and I was at E before.
That's not to say people don't change. People change. And I think that's probably why it changes. But there's also a lot of subjectivity. Like, I think you can subconsciously skew the results to get favorable outcomes. You know what I mean? Like, it's so easy to, because it's like you choose like out of 10 or whatever, like whatever level it is. Like, it's so easy to kind of lean towards a direction that is not true, but you want it to be true.
Yeah.
So
you want to look good.
Yeah, you want to be a protagonist. You know what I'm saying?
Bust it up.
All right, moving on. So this is a bit more oriented towards Koreans, I would say.
Yeah.
The personality based on your blood type, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I'm a O type blood.
So
And
what is
yeah, I'll just
before we
give you
dive into it, like
yeah. So what is what the blood type?
what's your blood type mean?
Do you guys know that we all have different blood types?
Um, just
Oh,
just
like
gonna do
over.
a quick
Yeah.
little history. Yeah, the
Yeah.
blood type personality theory. It's a pseudoscientific belief theory based in Korea and Japan. If you didn't know,
Oh, I didn't know
which
it's
states that a
good.
person's personality type is determined by their blood type, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But again, in Korea, as we know, that's huge.
Yeah, that's been around since time. Like,
I know.
for the longest time.
However, this is accepted as superstition within the scientific community. So that's
Yeah.
cap.
Yeah. A lot of the things that are based off of your blood type, like personality traits, I think it's cap. But there are
But
some
It's
that
fun.
yeah, it's fun. It's very vague, like Josh said, for the Myers Briggs one. So it's doesn't have a lot of credibility, I think.
But the one thing I'll never understand is I will be able to guess people's blood types based on my perception of their
Right.
personality.
Yeah.
And so what I got me thinking was, is that because we as Koreans have adopted that blood type personality as fact and sort of adhered to it, or
Yeah.
is kind of like the chicken or the egg situation, right?
I
Where
think
like,
it's
which came
half.
first?
Yeah, I think it's half. When you read it, it's like you think about, oh yeah, I think that's true, and then it kind of molds how your personality is a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
But on the other hand, it could be that your personality is what they are saying. But you know, you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we could go around saying our blood types first. So I'm an O. What are you guys?
I'm B.
And Josh?
And I'm AB, rare blood baby. Let's
yeah.
get
So
it.
we're all different blood types.
Yeah.
So I guess I could start off with like some of the traits that I think I adhere to.
Yeah.
The first one, it actually says I'm weak to compliments, and I think I agree with that. When I get compliments, I don't really know how to react.
You get butterflies?
I don't get butterflies. Just like let's say, oh, it's like someone says, oh, you're so tall, and for me, it's like I heard that so many times, that I don't know how to respond. It's like saying I know the right answer is just to say, oh, thanks, like whatever, but for me, it's like, yeah, I guess I'm tall. Thanks, I guess. Kind of like I don't know how to react to it. But anyways, second one is I would say that I don't really like losing to other people. That's one.
Mm.
It's just, I don't think you ever like to lose. And it says that I am very straightforward and honest, which is somewhat true. I would say I'm very honest, which goes back to the Myers Briggs. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's the top three that I would say. It's
From what I know and heard about, type O personality, from my understanding, type O is the best.
Yeah.
It's like the best. Like, you guys are like super cool, super chill.
Social.
oh yeah,
Social.
social's another one.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess I'm not bad at conversing with other people, I would say. So
Yeah, like from all the different types of personality based on blood tests, I heard type O was like the best one out there.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, bro.
A couple traits I have, in case other people are curious as well. For blood type O, they're known to be outgoing, natural leaders, a little bit arrogant, and they can get a little jealous.
Yeah, I would
Jealous
agree.
boy, eh?
Yeah.
I am a jealous boy.
And then from a scientific standpoint, blood type O is the most generous.
Yeah,
You
could
can give blood to everyone,
Yeah,
but can receive from none.
yeah.
True.
I'm gonna die. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough about me.
No, but I remember when I met
Sorry.
Andrew, and then we were talking, and I think Korean people always do this. Whenever you meet someone at like a bar or just for the first time, you're like, "Yo, what's your blood type?" And then you're like, "Yo, guess."
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure I thought I guessed O or A for Andrew.
Yeah. A's not that good though, from what I heard.
Well, it's good and bad. With all everything has pros and cons, but I think yeah, generally in Korea, unfortunately, and sorry if you're A, but yeah, A is kind of like
The shy.
The sensitive
you're
one.
A. I could see that kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
I heard that B is also really good.
For a guy, guys
Well,
Yeah,
want
for
to
a
be
guy.
Let me fill you guys in.
Yeah.
It says
B for B for Brian.
B for Brian.
B types are the most outgoing compared to other blood types. They're very independent and passionate about things that they're interested in. We always seek stimulation and are not afraid of speaking our minds. Therefore,
see
they
that.
can be self-centered because they express their opinion regardless of what other people might feel.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it says that we have a negative reputation for being playboys and not suitable for a stable relationship. That's cap.
나 casual relationship lover네.
But yeah, it says they're curious, honest, enjoy attention, and for like a social butterfly.
Yeah, I think the Korean like the stigma with B type is like
They're bad
you're
boys.
bad boys, you're
Yeah.
cold,
Yeah.
차도남, you know,
Oh,
you're
really?
selfish, you're kind of like
Yeah.
you kind of just don't give a fuck. Like that's kind of the idea.
That's why girls like B type guys.
Yeah, bro. They're just trying to get
Really?
their hearts
I didn't know
broken.
about that.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Oh no! Next time of the day, I gotta be like, I'm type B. Yo, what's
Like
up?
what I've heard from these blood type traits is that O is good for being friends with, and then B is like the one that you want to date.
Oh,
So I
no,
was like, fuck that shit.
You're like, I guess I'll just be everyone's friend.
So I tell people I'm B. Sorry.
dirty.
Or you say like I'm B type O. I'm O, but I'm basically a B. Bro, I hate when people say that.
Yeah,
Bro.
I'm O, but like I act like a B.
Wait, people
Oh,
actually say that?
Yeah, I mean,
wow. They
yeah.
take
No,
this
it's
shit
like,
too
I
seriously.
never
bro.
heard anyone say it, but I could see people being like, look, like, are you B type? And they'll be like, no, I'm O, but like a lot of people say I'm B. So
they just want to be it so
yeah.
bad.
I mean,
Yeah,
I could see
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
But to be
jokes.
honest, like when I see Brian, honestly, I don't know if I see B.
No.
Really? I thought of Brian as B. I see.
I
B.
thought of Brian as A too.
No.
It's funny because my family, everyone is B except me. I'm the only O.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Fun fact. Okay. Anyways, how about
Yeah.
you, Josh?
I'm AB, and ABs I think have the worst reputation in Korean blood types,
Yeah.
because the idea is you're either a genius or you're
Psycho.
like torai, which means like
Psycho.
it's like psycho, but like a weird psycho that no one wants to hang out with.
So
every
we know
time
Josh is not a genius. Sorry.
Josh, genius은 아니지.
Yeah. So every time like someone asks me what my blood type is, I'll say AB, and they'll be like, and then they just like are quiet. I'm like, bro, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah. It's so weird how
but-
there's all these negative like perceptions to some of these blood types, eh?
Yeah. I mean, with the blood type, like some traits I found were, and this is not from my mouth, this is from research. You're rational, you're talented, you're critical, and you're eccentric. But again, eccentric is kind of a nice word to say weird.
Huh.
So, I mean, I don't know. Like, I've honestly never met too many other ABs. Like, I know they're pretty rare. So,
And
But,
they could only
uh,
accept blood and not give out.
yeah,
Selfish.
scientifically we're like the selfish type. But it's
Ah.
interesting because my mom is A, my dad is B, which again confirms the theory that women prefer B type, or supposedly. But so
Okay.
all my siblings are AB.
Really?
Oh, really?
Interesting.
Yeah. And so when people meet my siblings and then I say I'm AB, they're like, "Oh, so you're like crazy." And then my siblings are like, "We're all ABs." And then they're like, "Oh shit." Cool story, bro. Alright, 편집.
Oh, so your sister and brother are AB?
We can keep it. We'll just put a beep after.
And I guess since we have no A type, we'll just list it out for someone if you are A type.
Yeah.
Conventionally, what are A types to be known like?
Shy. They're very sensitive.
Yeah,
Sensitive.
They take everything into like heart. So
Personally,
yeah.
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 Also,
They think
I
about
also heard
it.
that they're crazy, like a little bit, like if things don't go their way, they can be like very jealous and very angry and very like
Yeah.
crazy and things like that.
They're to
We say, like,
themselves.
Like tweakut, which means that like you hold grudges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like another trait that is associated with blood type A. Again, we're not saying that you
Wow.
are, but
He's fucking
Korea
terrible.
is saying that you are.
The thing is, like, I know people that are A and are like that, but at the same time, there are people like that are A and not like that.
Yeah.
It's
No, for
superstitious.
sure.
But then that's why if you ask someone what your blood type is and they guess A, you're a little offended because you're like,
Yeah.
do I seem like the type to hold grudges, or am I like fucking stubborn or sensitive? You know?
Yeah.
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 But
do you have
it's interesting.
Do you have the answers for type A, Josh?
What answers?
Like that? What actually says?
Oh yeah. I have to be earnest, like 성실하다,
Okay.
cautious, and then stubborn and sensitive.
Yeah.
So there
yeah.
are some good things too.
Yeah, there's always good things, bad things, but I think socially, the bad outweighs the good for blood type A.
In Korea.
Yeah, like I'm reading the A traits,
Yeah.
and it's very, like, it's not good. Like I have one that's like they can't say no, they cry a lot, and they laugh a lot.
They
Or, like,
cry a lot.
They get lonely very easily,
Yeah.
and like they can't be patient with their feelings, and they
Yeah.
just like they could or sorry, they are good. They're good with being patient with their feelings, but once they explode, it's very scary. So it's not
Interesting.
like all these traits aren't positive, I would say.
Yeah.
So
The one thing I do like about the the blood type personality theory is that at least it's specific. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
Myers Briggs is a lot more general, but the blood type theory is very like you're this or that. So
Yeah.
it's a lot more clear, which I think I prefer. But again, it's just fun.
Yeah.
I think the blood type personality theory is also common for like when you're meeting a girl for the first time. You know,
Yeah, it's
like a
interesting.
good way to kind of
yeah,
Break the
take a
ice.
guess at what their personality's like, and then
Yeah.
maybe crack some jokes if they're A type. You know, talk
Yeah.
a little shit.
Yeah.
for sure.
But the worst part is if they take these things to heart.
Then I guess they're A type blood. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Then it's like, oh man. Like,
Then I'll say bye bye.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're A type? I'm not good. I'm not down.
And then they'll be like, "You're O type. You want to be my friend?"
I'm down.
Anyways, what were you saying, Josh?
So I found some interesting facts. From a 2010 survey, Job Korea found that 45.3% of employees in finance or accounting had A type blood. 46.7% in the service industry had B type blood. 45.7% in sales had type O, which I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And then 37% in a specialized field had type AB,
Yeah, that makes sense.
which might go
That
back
makes
to that
sense.
eccentric
Yeah.
kind of trait.
Yeah, I can see all those.
Um,
That makes sense.
yeah, especially the type O being in sales. You know, you have to be social, you have to be outspoken and
Yeah.
high energy and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But I mean, similar to like what we said about, you know, people having negative dispositions about someone based on their blood type. You know, it's been noted that there's been a lot of discrimination, I guess, based on blood type regarding
Really?
professional.
Is
stuff
that
like
serious
that.
in
Yeah.
Korea?
It's a blood type.
Like employers would ask for blood types,
What
and
the
they would
fuck?
like they would take that into consideration. Children's at school have been split up according to blood type.
What?
The national softball team, I think in Japan, has customized training to fit each blood type.
I don't know. Is that
Again,
serious?
that one
Yeah,
I'm
me
not.
neither.
Might have to source check that one for me, but there were it is noted that there's some stuff like that. So again, if you're looking at it from like a fun perspective, I think it's all good. But you know, don't define someone because of their fucking blood type.
Yeah. You know what's flowing
Crazy
in my
world.
veins? Ice.
What?
What?
Sorry,
What
cut
the-
that out.
Sorry.
All right.
All right. So I got a question regarding blood type.
All right. What's up?
What's your favorite blood type?
I think AB. Sorry.
Yeah, I think O. Sorry. How about favorite type of blood besides your own?
Oh, like actually, I was just kidding. I don't like ABs. ABs
I
are
like
weird.
O's.
Okay,
At
then
university,
favorite
everyone
blood
likes
type
O's.
in general.
Like, what do you mean favorite? Like for as if like
Like
I
if
was
you
looking
could
at
change,
oh.
I think I would change to B if I had. Okay, so let's say. Okay, I'm gonna edit. Okay, the question is, if you could change blood types to something that's not what you have right now, what would it be? And I would say, to start, I would be B, because I thought growing up, B was the best, and it's like that cold boy, bad boy persona that you get with it, and you are very like what you believe in is what you believe in, and
Yeah.
like
It like translates
you're not
into
hindered based
action.
on your roots.
True.
So you mean like changing blood type, but based on the personality that's
Yeah.
associated with that blood type?
Yeah. Sorry,
Okay, I see
yeah.
what you're saying. Okay.
Zabibi.
Brian, what about you? I think Brian would stay. Why?
I would
Why leave a good
go-
blood type?
Nah, I would go to A, just to prove everyone wrong.
Oh, I like that.
But then you'll be shy, so you'll be trying to prove someone wrong, and you'll be like,
I'll be like, hey guys.
you'll be like, I think you're wrong, but sorry. We're just kidding, by the way. Don't DM us bad
Yeah,
things.
we're just capping like Colin.
And what about you, Josh?
I would stay as AB, to be honest. I kind of like that people. It's like, it's like when you're A, you're A. When you're B, you're B. And like that, there's like that set personality type. With AB, there's like this you don't know, and I think that kind of unknownness makes it like less clear to have these kinds of traits dictate who you are, which I like, because AB was always kind of like, well, I guess you're psycho.
Yeah.
Also, back to Andrew's point, I can take blood from anybody if I lose a limb or something, so I'll stick with that.
What a selfish boy. All right, guys. So moving on. Yeah. So next topic. I mean, personally, I don't like this. It's the
I don't really care
horoscope,
too much about
Gemini.
it.
It's not very
Yeah.
instilled in my, I guess what you could call beliefs. But I guess we could
Right.
touch upon horoscopes. I think Josh and I
Yeah, we're both
are
Geminis.
both Geminis, and Brian is a Taurus.
Taurus, yes.
And honestly, I don't even know what traits Gemini has. Because
All I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. No,
No, go ahead.
What were you saying?
I don't know. I don't know what Gemini. All I know is that they have mood swings, but that's it.
Yeah, the thing about Gemini, it's like Gemini is the two faces or the two sisters or whatever, right? It's like the negative connotations with Geminis are that we're two-faced, is that we go back and forth, and that comes with like being superficial and also being like a manipulator. So that's kind of the negative traits of Gemini. I think there's like the thing where it's also like, because we're two-faced, we're also very flexible. But that seems to be the common thing. Like, I don't know if you've ever gotten it, but it's like if someone asked what my sign was and I was like, I'm a Gemini, they're like, oh, you're a Gemini. Like, I've never heard anything good about Geminis. Nor I don't really care though, but
Yeah.
it's just like, you know.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think it's stupid. But then again, like all the other things are considered. I guess you could consider it stupid.
But isn't it so funny that we think like horoscopes are stupid, but like we're so programmed into believing the blood types?
It's because it's real. No, I'm just kidding.
It's because blood types were talked more in like Korean culture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most-
and
But they're all the same thing. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't
It
know if
is,
it's
yeah.
because horoscopes have to do with the stars that it seems more like hooky dooky, and I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, how are you gonna dictate who you are based on when the sun rose or when the moon is shining? Like, but the crazy thing is, people are fucking like
Yeah.
so serious about horoscopes and
Yeah.
zodiac signs.
Yeah.
They're like, oops, sorry, I can't, you know, I'm a Sagittarius. That's just what I do.
How about
Yeah.
vegetarian? Sorry.
Yeah. For me, Taurus, it says here that my strengths are reliable, patient, practical, devoted, responsible, stable. My weakness is stubborn, possessive, and uncompromising.
Ah, no, what
I
a
don't-
possessive boy.
Yeah, I don't know if any of the. I mean, some. I guess some could be true, but I
Yeah,
think
some
the
could
Myers
be
Briggs and the blood type kind of are
It's more
more. Like
authentic.
it's more you.
Yeah.
Like I don't agree with a lot of what Gemini says.
Yeah.
So
We just,
that's
we
why
just,
I
we just
don't
trigger the
like
horoscope
this.
population.
Horoscopes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not a horoscope boy.
I'm actually gonna say that women who are super into horoscopes or zodiac signs or even MBTI or blood theory, I think people who are super into that, to me, is a big red flag.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
I wouldn't say it's a big red flag for me, but it's something to consider, I would say. If they're like super into it and they believe everything surrounding makes or it fits the mold, then yeah, I don't think it's a good sign.
Yeah.
But what if every time you do something wrong, it's like,
Oh,
well, Andrew, it's because you're a Gemini. It's like, no, you do this because you're doing it.
Yeah,
like, fuck
yeah.
the signs.
It's
mean,
I
just
don't-
who you are.
Yeah, I don't.
If they drop that shit, then I'll be like, you're fucking ignorant. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just saying,
so-
like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
like I can't tolerate that.
Yeah.
It's just personally, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's very extreme. So obviously, I would say, like I'm gonna agree with you there, just because it's such an extreme case. But I don't think a lot of people are like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I haven't met anyone
Yeah.
that's that serious.
Oh no,
about,
I know people like that, bro.
yeah.
I've met some people.
I know people like that,
yeah,
and I see people post shit on like social media.
Yeah.
I know.
Or,
There.
like-
I'm not saying there aren't people like that. Just for me personally, I didn't meet anyone like that.
Yeah. The thing that I hate is like they think that they know you, and this goes with MBTI and with blood type theory as well. But I think with all that, it's always like people think that they know you because of your sign or because of these things, and then they
Oh, yeah.
categorize you, right?
Yeah,
Especially
yeah,
it's like girls that are like, I will never date B type blood guys. It's like I get where you're coming from because they're supposed to be assholes, but like, I mean, Brian's not an asshole, you know?
Really?
Like
I can be an
not
asshole.
every. Oops, sorry. But like, not you can't define someone because of these things, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of stupid.
It's like
Yeah.
categorizism.
I think at a certain age,
Nice.
you just have to get over it, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
I think-
don't blame your actions based on these signs. you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
stereotypes.
You have to be more mature than that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, stereotypes, right? Sorry.
And again, to each their own. If that's what you're into, that's what you're into, man. Like I can't. I
Yeah.
don't. Do your thing.
Yeah.
I looked into a little bit as to why people gravitate towards these kinds of personality tests and why we find so much value and so much fun in it. There's this psychological theory called the Barnum or the Forer effect, which is a phenomenon where tests give individuals a high accuracy rating, descriptions of their personality, and it's supposed to be tailored to each individual. But in reality, it's applicable to a general group of people, like we mentioned before. And this gives people a sense of relief and belongingness and acceptance into like their fitting into certain roles or signs or stuff like that. And so and then people attribute certain paranormal beliefs, astrology, fortune telling, and personality tests. And so I guess that's why we enjoy these things, right? It gives us a sense of comfort or stability.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a way of like a community, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To like justify who you are.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that for sure.
Can you see that for sure?
I also could see
Oh
that
shit.
we are at the end, and
Hold on, sorry boys. Uber Eats coupon. I'm just gonna pick it up right now.
with that being said, guys, we hope that you guys enjoyed this week's episode where we talked about MBTI, blood types, and horoscopes.
If you guys agreed, if you guys disagreed, let us know.
We appreciate everyone's support. It's been about a couple months since we started this podcast, but it's been so much fun just interacting with people and getting to know you guys, and just being able to provide this kind of content.
All right, guys.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you next week.
See you guys next week.
Bye bye.
Peace out.
SAT 50.
SAT 50, yeah.
Hey, let's go.
Alright,
Skirt.
When's it
Dang
until?
shit.
When's it until?
So you have to do it today. It's a one day thing only.
True.
So